welcome to HITC Sport. I'm right, the Champions League is back. I'm pretty sure you know this. I've said it in the last 2 videos. But right, what I'm going to do today is take a look at every Champions League club still in the competition and just predict what each team's big transfer sale in the summer is going to be. And yes, I know, I can barely predict what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. Will it be a 5-star juicy steak? Or more likely, because I'm a YouTuber who hasn't had a bath since 2003, will it be another plate of uncooked potato skins, mixed with a side order of pigeon sweat? But yeah, let's see who each Champions League club are going to sell in the summer. Right, let's go. RB Leipzig, they got Upamecano, Bayern Munich 38 million. Yep, starting off the list with a 100% accurate prediction. I can't get this wrong. It's official. Bayern Munich have done what they always do, or at least strangle the life out of the rest of the competition in the Bundesliga. But yes, Dejan Upamecano is 22 years of age, is one of the most highly rated defenders on the planet, and also lives in Germany. So of course, Bayern Chiefs picked up the phone to Leipzig and demand that they sell him to them in the summer. Leipzig are a club owned by Red Bull. They should have ambition. No, what sort of ambition is this? How have Bayern managed to secure his services for just 38 million quid? I'm sorry, what? Bournemouth managed to get more out of Man City for Nathan Ake, and they were lying face down in the championship ditch. Liverpool, Sadio Mane, Juventus 65 million. Yeah, am I the only one who thinks Liverpool are going to start to break up the attacking trio this summer? After a massive decline this season, where they've just defended their title the same way Conor McGregor usually does, i.e. stumbling about like a hungover panda, then something has to change, and with a forward line all approaching their goddamn 30s, they need to inject some fresh young blood, because as world class as these three are, they can't go on forever. It would be like the creator of Friends deciding to run the show into the ground until all the cats were in their mid-60s. I really don't want to watch a comedy where Joey now pisses through a tube and Phoebe has to deal with the perils of menopause. But yes, Mohamed Salah is a marketable superstar with endorsements and sponsorships coming out of his ears. The man probably can't walk down the street without getting offered a brand deal, and Roberto Firmino is such a rare type of species of player that they'll probably be reluctant to let him go, so that just leaves poor old Sadio Mane. I think we can safely call this man one of the best bargain buys in the history of that club, but he'll be 29 in April, he's stuck on just 7 league goals, he scored at Anfield just once in September. I can see a £65 million move to Juventus, with that club already planning for life after Ronaldo. Barcelona, Antoine Griezmann, PSG 50 million. I know you all want to see Lionel Messi rubber stamped here, but lads, I promise you, if the Argentine leaves Barcelona this summer, I will gladly drink a pint glass of diluted toothpaste. Who is more likely to quit the club is Antoine Griezmann. Over 120 million quid flushed away for a four-night dancing court jester with just 15 league goals in nearly 60 games. If this guy was supposed to be Neymar's replacement, it's a bit like replacing fruit and vegetables in your fridge with a bowl full of expired yogurt. Unless you want your toilet to suddenly smell like a combination of sweat, regret, and 6-week-old petit falou, then it's probably not a good idea. And after living away from France for 16 years of his life, I can see a return to his homeland via PSG. PSG, Kylian Mbappe, Real Madrid, 120 million. I'm sorry, but this just makes sense. Even a blind pensioner struggling to keep control of his bowels can see this one coming a mile off. Yes, Kylian Mbappe is destined to soon be the greatest player on the planet, but he's out of contract at PSG next summer, and I'm pretty sure the club aren't going to want to lose the modern day Thierry Henry for less than the price of a melted Twix. Real Madrid are a club in crisis, still wheeling out a stale centre forward, stuffed in his mid-30s, stuck in court dramas ever since they signed him in 2009. Good Christ, Madrid fans are probably screaming the house down for a new marquee centre forward. And yes, they say Mbappe is a childhood PSG fan, but look at the posters on his wall. That's Ronaldo in a Real Madrid kit. Say what you want about your love for PSG, I'm pretty sure you weren't growing up idolising Pegay Lion Dula, now were you? Good Christ, the man probably doesn't even know who or what a Pauletta even is. I know Zidane retired when Mbappe was 7 years of age, but still, make no mistake about it, he's gonna prefer to play under him than a former Southampton coach. If this doesn't happen, if Mbappe isn't wearing a Real Madrid shirt by September 1st, then honestly, I will gladly take a public bath in a ditch. Sevilla, Jules Koundé, Liverpool 60 million. Yeah, so Liverpool's title challenge ended up being smeared in a big glass of constipated horse diarrhea. If Jurgen Klopp is still at the club next season, oh, he's going to demand a top quality centre-back partner for Virgil van Dijk. Yes, there is an option to buy Ozan Kabak, but I am sorry. Did you see him at Leicester on Saturday morning? Offering to give Alisson a piggyback is not potential world-class defending, and then showing the pace of a Tesco shopping trolley for the third goal. Jules Koundé is a new fashionable big money centre-half, who Sevilla are practically trying to shove down everyone's throats in search of a big fat chunk of cash. Clearly they're about as desperate to sell this man as Belle Delphine was trying to flog her bathwater to to a bunch of middle-aged divorcees. I like Upamecano, he's 22 in French, and yeah, I can see Liverpool forking out about 60 million quid to get him on that Anfield pitch. Borussia Dortmund, Jadon Sancho, Man United 70 million. Yes, finally, last summer's transfer saga is about to come to an end. Honestly, the way Borussia Dortmund have handled this transfer, they've acted like a bunch of stubborn farmyard pigs. Man United actually offered £91 million for a one-to-way winger, and you treat it as an insult, as if they were offering 3 crumpled fivers and a store-bought pizza. No, because of your utter greed, you've just missed out on a massive fat paycheck. And for what? To finish 7th in the league with a frustrated star scoring 5 goals a season? This man is going to be sold after Euro 2021, but his market value has plummeted, and so United, oh, they should easily take him from a Europa League bound club for about 70 million big ones. Porto, Sergio Oliveira, Wolves 18 million. Are there that many up-and-coming superstars that anyone actually wants to sign from Porto? Not really. Fabio Silva and Alex Telles were the last ones, but someone's got to be sold this summer. So let's say 28-year-old Portuguese midfielder Sergio Oliveira. He's already got 14 goals this season, and so yeah, it'll probably get snapped up by Wolves to replace João Moutinho in midfield. I mean, it just fits. Juventus, Aaron Ramsey, Everton 30 million. Yeah, here's a weird one, but why not? We all know that for a typical Welshman like Aaron Ramsey, born and raised in Cardiff, he grew up there, went to a Welsh school, probably had a sheep girlfriend when he was 15. So seeing him living in Turin, sharing a change room with Ronaldo and Gianluigi Buffon, it just doesn't really fit. A move to Everton would make sense. They could afford his monstrous wages for a start, and they were massively interested in him back when he was a teenage boy in 2008. He's also since scored a hat-trick against the club, so clearly they know how good he is. I can see a £30 million return to England for the man. Atletico Madrid, Marcus Llorente, Liverpool 40 million. Yes, Atletico Madrid are gonna win the Liga this season, which means Diego Simeone might as well start holding his players tight and tucking them into bed, because they'll soon be ripped away from him after the Euros, just like what happened in 2014. So let's say the biggest high-profile exit will be Marcus Llorente. A versatile 26-year-old attacking midfielder, an instrumental part of this winning machine. He'll get snapped up by Liverpool for 40 million quid. Chelsea, Hakim Ziyech, AC Milan 25 million. Remember when Hakim Ziyech had that purple patch of form around Halloween for 2 games? That's literally it. The entire end product of Ziyech on a Premier League pitch extends to a goal and an assist away at Burnley, before grabbing 2 assists at home to Sheffield United, and then that's where it stops. If you were one of the gullible fools tricked into putting him into your fantasy league team, then I'm pretty sure now you wish Thomas Tuchel would chuck him on a bonfire. No, just wake up for a second and realise that we're in March, and the 27-year-old's been mostly about as effective as a broken tractor. I'm predicting a club price £25 million move to AC Milan, a once great club, but clearly now doing everything in their power to bottle a Serie A title challenge. And considering they tried to sign Jeff Hendrick last summer, you'd have to assume their owners usually drink pints of nail varnish before every transfer meeting. Lazio, Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, Monaco 20 million. Listen, Sergej Milinkovic-Savic has been linked with the move away from Lazio for years. So now, when everyone expects him to stay, I think now he's gonna leave in a low-profile exit, probably snap up a £20 million move to live in Monaco and play under Niko Kovac. Why not? Bayern Munich, David Alaba, Real Madrid free. Yeah, no transfer fee here, and this one is pretty much done. David Alaba, after 13 years at Bayern Munich, has gone the Toni Kroos route, quitting Bayern Munich for Real Madrid, where he's off to earn £200,000 a week after tax. Doesn't that just make you feel violently ill? Atalanta, Robin Gosens, Chelsea 25 million. Yeah, here we've got German left-wing back Robin Gosens, a top player for Atalanta who's already scored nearly 20 goals since the summer of 2019. That is a pretty damn good return for a left-wing back. I can see Marcos Alonso being chucked in a paper shredder this summer, and so Tuchel will probably move for Gosens to push Ben Chilwell from the bench. And considering this guy began his career at Vitesse Arnhem, just some Dutch club have continued to act as a part-time babysitter for many Chelsea employees. This one is just written in the stars. Real Madrid, Eden Hazard, Inter Milan 35 million. Listen, why not Chelsea? Eden Hazard looking like a player who'd leave a giant legacy on this sport, becoming the first ever Belgian to win the Ballon d'Or. Well, now it looks like he will leave a huge legacy. He's officially the biggest flop in the history of the sport. I'm sorry, but if he were sold to Real Madrid for 3 ham sandwiches, he'd still be a flop with just 4 goals in 2 years. But for £100 million, this guy's been an utter nightmare. Agreeing to pay this man £300,000 a week. Good Christ, he earns 50 quid every time he sits on the goddamn toilet. I'm sorry, does he spend every afternoon playing Fortnite while eating bag after bag of hula hoops? The man's missed 44 matches through injury. Well, that's what happens when you replace your morning muesli with 6 cheeseburgers dipped in Fanta Orange. He'll be dumped at Inter Milan's porch. And a historic great club, yes, but who now have a modern day transfer policy of accepting any past a big name player. I can see him becoming the Belgian Alexis Sanchez. Borussia Mönchengladbach, Marcus Thuram, AC Milan 20 million. Yes, I realise Marcus Thuram was suspended for 6 matches after spitting in someone's face. I suppose that's what happens when you grow up as a silver-spooned millionaire living off your daddy's credit card. And I can see AC Milan taking a punt. They'll be back in the Champions League. Mönchengladbach will be doing well to make the Europa League. And then yeah, why not freshens things up with a £20 million gamble on this kid. And yes, he is French, but he was born and raised in Italy. Good Christ, he could have played for the national team if he wanted to. Oh yes, and he's a self-confessed boyhood Milan fan. It's just a perfect fit. Man City, Riyad Mahrez, PSG, 30 million. Listen, Man City are going to win another Premier League title, but make no mistake about it, Riyad Mahrez has contributed very little. This guy has been mostly a wet sack of doorknobs for months. I'm sorry, yes, he scored a hat-trick against Burnley in October, but since then, just 1 goal and an assist against West Brom. That is your contribution? When Leicester won the league, he had 17 goals and 10 assists. But now, the guy's a virtual cheerleader on the pitch. He scored in 3 games this season. 3! Anyway, he turns 30 next week. City will 100% want to cash in on him. So yeah, I'm guessing a £30 million move to the French capital. Anyway, that's it, fellas. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? What big transfers are going to happen this summer? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe, and as always, I'll talk to you in a while.